Okay, Brian, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so while we're waiting, I gave you should have access to her character now, so you can check out the bio page, and as she's doing this, you guys can read it.
All right. What am I looking for, bud?
If you just go to her bio on her character sheet, and there you go.
Just like Joe.
No, time's up.
I'm showing her where in house.
So it's kind of like as you guys approach the city, it's a port city, and you have to travel on this road. It's an uphill road to the main gates, and it seems to be kind of a man-made incline around the entire city. It's got a wall around it, and you can't really see into the city. All you can see is that it's got about 20-foot high walls. You can see that it's heavily guarded. You see people walking, guards presumably along the wall. There are 4 guards out front and waiting your approach. They see the drunken, staggering person and Rava, and immediately start opening the gates. The sickly butler kind of tells the guard to summon the priest of the town to come to his room in the casino, and they hurry up and open the door to escort you guys kind of in, and then return to their watch. And as you guys enter the grounds of the city, I mean, immediately to your left, about 100 feet away from the gate, is a very large 3-story stone and marble building. On the front of it, there's a chiseled sign that is hung on the front entrance. It says Van Bergen Casino. You can tell just by the way this building is set up. It's very heavily guarded. There are 2 guards at the front door. It looks like a patrol that is on both sides, that they pass each other and they walk around this casino. So it is, and these guards are city watch, and they're armored. They eye you, but they recognize the drunken fool that you guys are escorting into up to this casino, and they step aside and let you in.
So the looks are of like, you know, oh again, that kind of thing.
Yes,
like
yes,
this guy.
they're kind of rolling their eyes because it appears that they're just used to this drunken, person that you are escorting. They give a nod to Rava. They kind of look you guys up and down, but they don't have any more or less suspicion of you just because of the company you're with.
I'm gonna quietly say to Rava, well, I'm glad we didn't knock him out. Is a joke.
He chuckles under his breath and goes, "Yeah, might have been easier to carry him and get him up here, but you know." He goes, "I do appreciate your help, and I'll explain more once we get up to our rooms."
Oh, that's awesome, Joe. Dude's on the ground.
So as you guys kind of stumble into this room, and essentially Various right now, since he just plopped him onto bed, he's kind of laying there mumbling and pointing at this this druid person, going, "You killed my father, and you killed the butler." Rob looks over and goes, "My lord, the butler's not dead. He is in the room with us." But the butler was looking really, really bad, and as you guys enter the room and try to get him over towards this couch that's up in the corner, he just collapses onto the ground.
The character thing, and that guy died differently. So he died in the manor. Kind of backtrack because I didn't read that before we had the first part.
Joe, did you get
that? Yeah.
Which way do you want it to be? That he died in the manor?
Well, you told a story of a tree and falling and stuff like that, so that's where we're at right now.
All right. Just stick with that. The tree fell on him.
Maybe that's your story. You're sticking to it.
Yep.
So, I'm kind of curious. Why did we bring the dead guy from the forest into the casino? Isn't that going to ruin the gambling? Rava, is this some odd human tradition?
Rava kind of goes over here and points to this person sitting in the chair and introduces you all to Jess. She goes, she has assisted us when we left the manor. We basically got run out of town. There was a trade agreement that was made with 3 dwarven brothers called the Rock Seekers, and they set up a trade route with Lord Eldon, and everything seemed fine. That is myself and Lord Various, came to town to finish our teachings to continue our education on basically running Silverlight. And when the butler showed up, and the butler's name is, I believe it's Grim.
Is that Grim right there in the bed?
Now right here is, this is Lord Various that is passed out in the bed here.
Grim's on the floor.
Yeah, and Glimon is his name. Glimon.
Okay, is Glimon dead now? Did he die?
You can check.
Yeah, who's checking that guy?
Okay, as you go over, yeah, he's lifeless and cold to the touch.
And does CPR help him?
You can make a medicine check to see if you can tell something.
Okay.
And as you announce basically that he's dead, Rava kind of runs over, kneels down beside him. Yeah, 18 medicine check. He is definitely dead. You're trying to stabilize him, and it doesn't seem to be working. And as this is happening, the Lord sits up in his bed, kind of half drunkenly. He looks at his finger. He starts twisting this ring that's on his finger, and then looks over and says Glimon on the ground, and then looks back at Holy Oaks here and goes, you killed that one too. And then he falls out of bed, half drunk, onto the ground and passes out again.
I want to go check out the Lord's ring.
Should be able to move your tune.
I'm just going to ask Rava if he has anything to add about this.
He again apologizes for his lord. He says he's been fidgeting with the ring and turmoiled over that because now he's the lord and leader of Silverlight, and the pressure, he's been on a binge for days on end, trying to overcome this. He's suspicious that this stranger that showed up in Silverlight to talk to his father to begin with, and now she shows up with the butler and he dies. So he's very suspicious, but I know that apparently there's some kind of evidence back at the manor that proves this woman's innocence, and I trust Glimon with my life, and I know that he would never lie to us, especially on his if he's dead now. I know he would never lie to us. So I hold validity in what he told us upon his dying strokes. I just wish we could possibly save him, or if we had a healer. I wish that priest would get here or something.
I didn't hear you, Nancy. I'm sorry.
Do you have medicine? I have religion.
I say he's already dead. Let the witch fix him.
Sounds good to me.
I'm gonna walk over to him. And do I have to move this thing?
Yeah, you just grab it and drag it back.
Okay, Nimi, as you approach and kneel down next to this body, the Lord kind of comes to consciousness again. He goes, "Get away from him, you murderer!" And then he drops back down, passes back out.
Open my cloak and take out a vial, and I put a drop under his nose. do some hand gestures and a chant, and he still doesn't wake up.
Okay, on your character sheet, if you want to help her out, right, to get used to it.
Yeah.
On her character sheet, there should be, on her skills, there should be an Arcana check. Should be right up top next to animal. She can either make Arcana or a medicine check. Her choice. Okay, with the 14, with your druidic knowledge of healing, as you're touching his body and finding out maybe ways to try and bring this person either back, stabilize him, or heal him, just with your experience, you could tell that this is beyond your capabilities at this point in time. There's basically nothing you can do, so you can, if you'd like, you can break that to the audience.
Okay, all right, baby.
He's not coming back.
I like her. She's blunt.
He's dead.
I'll bet 10 gold they blame her.
Yeah. You can say anything you want.
Okay, turn it
All right.
Well, let's get the body out of here.
Rava, when is the priest coming?
He doesn't know. He basically tells you guys, I wish the priest would get here. Since his lord right now is laying on the ground over here, he grabs the cover off the bed and walks over and covers this butler. The maid starts, Jess over here starts crying, and Rava kind of walks over and they kind of do a hug. Lord is snoring heavily right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put speaker on. Never mind. Well, it seems that we should probably go to the manor.
And as you're saying this, the ring, Frappuccino, as you look at this, is basically a sigil ring of silver light. It has, you recognize that it is, it's a lord's ring, saying that he is a lord and he is the lord of the silver light. It's just a sigil type ring. There's no magic to it. It seems to be more of a sentimental value than it would be for any kind of fine jewelry or expense. It's more of a generation ring that has been passed down from generation to generation.
Okay, well then, since it looks like there's no magic and he's probably just a foolish lush, I think that Lucian's right. We need to go to the manor. Let's check this out ourselves.
All right, everybody make a investigation check. Actually, make a perception check.
Out of the park roll.
Yeah, so's that. All right, Lucian and you kind of notice that you think you notice that the blanket that's covering this body appeared to have moved a little bit.
Anybody else is noticing?
I'm going to point at it and say, hey, that thing moved.
I'm gonna walk over and kind of nudge him with my foot.
All right, as
I'm
you
going to walk over as well.
do that, the blanket rises. And
Joe, do you mean like a boner?
yes, it looks like a tent pole that rises.
Okay.
Priapism. Definitely postmodern priapism.
As the blanket
Sorry, Joe.
As the blanket rises up, it collapses again, and you see a figure standing here that seems a little ghostly, and I need everybody to roll initiative. Should be right next to your armor class and hit points.
Did that work? Did you see it?
I did see it.
Okay. You said
Click on your token.
I did now.
Okay, now do it. There you go. No, that's not going to work. Six. All right, Frappuccino, you see this kind of ghostly figure rise up, look around the room, but you're a little bit behind it right now, so you have first move, whatever you want to do. It doesn't really make any sound. It's just kind of, you feel a slight breeze and a chill into the room, and just kind of surveying what is happening in the room right now. It closely resembles this person that's lying on the ground, but it is completely ghastly, sunk in. Looks like this person that you could assume that would be dead for months on end, and is just completely sunken in and appears to be not of the living.
So I'm thinking since it's all vaporish and gassy, is that what you're saying, or ghastly?
It's ghastly. It doesn't. You're not sure if it's ethereal or not, but it is ghastly, and it is hovering over this dead person's body, and it's just peering around the room.
Hey, baby. Sorry, go ahead.
So I want to question it. Who are you and what do you want?
As you ask it that, it turns and faces you. And you hear kind of a whispery voice look you up and down and go, "Who are you? What am I doing here?"
Well, friend, I think you're the only one that's going to be able to tell us that. I'm just a gambler looking for a bounty, and I don't have one on you.
The prince looks down at itself and looks around the room and says to all of you, "I should not be here."
I'm going to ask him, do you recognize this girl? Pointing at the druid.
As it slowly turns to look at you, asking this question, and then looks at the druid. It starts looking at itself. And goes, "Your stench of life offends me."
Just move along.
She said, your soul is rotten, just move along.
Alright, as you say that and you mute, this thing basically poofs out and rises up like the ghost in Ghostbusters and goes to lunge at you, but Frappuccino, you have initiative, so you can move first. This is all this free action conversation that's been happening up until now. And it hisses out in a horrible. It looks a lot bigger, makes itself look a lot bigger than it actually is, as its robes and stuff rise up behind it, and it slowly starts moving towards the druid.
Okay, well, I'm going to move towards it and swing with my short sword.
All right, as you swing your short sword through it, you could feel it resist a little bit, but then the sword passes through it. It hisses out in anger more than pain, and that is pretty much that. And it is still moving towards the druid.
Yimi's turn?
And it's Nimu's turn.
Yeah, she's looking. Hold on a second here.
No.
Alright, good.
So I'm shooting fire at him.
Go back to core.
Ooh. Produce flame. All right, as you see this flame leave your hands towards this ghastly figure, you see the flame encircle it real quick and then again go through it, not quite affecting it all the way. Now on your actions you got, that was your attack action, your cast action. You can move after that up to 30 feet. Each one of these squares is 5 feet. If you move, right now you're within 5 feet of it, so if you try and move out of its range, it gets what's called an attack of opportunity because you're basically fleeing from its range and it gets like a swipe at you, a haphazard swipe at you. Or you could stay there and go, "Fuck you."
Yeah, that's what I do.
She stays there and says, fuck you.
Yeah, so under your elfin tongue, your Fey, what's that called? It's Libyan, I think, language. So,
Exactly.
Lucian.
I don't really have anything. You know what I'm going to do is just... Can I move right there and
Move right there and make a presence. Ho ho!
yeah, I'm going to intimidate him.
You could do that. Make an intimidation roll.
Never mind.
As you try and do that, and put your hands on your hips and go, "Oh!" This guy, so he just looks at you and goes, "Wah!" Well, you can attack if you like. I mean, you can do whatever you like. You move.
Well, I'll short sword him, but I can't really. It's not going to do anything. A rapier, you know.
Right. You can still attack. You can tell that you guys are. There is resistance from when you're attacking this. It just doesn't seem to be fully affecting it.
Gotcha.
And it's the same thing as when your rapier hits it, it pierces, but you feel a little bit of resistance. It's just not as it would be on a fleshy thing.
Gotcha.
But it does reel in pain from that strike. It's the most damage that has been done to it right now, and it focuses its attention on you now, Brian.
Alright.
and it is its turn. As you damage it with the rapier, it reaches out, and this ghostly hand strikes out at you. And rolls a crit. That's always good.
Jesus.
It does 15 points of damage to you.
That did.
As you guys see this ghostly figure reach out and rake its hand across the chest of this brave, piratey soul who just jumped up in front of it. You see him drop to the ground, and for right now, Brian, hold on. You lose 3 points of strength, and you are unconscious.
You mean what, hit points? What am I?
Well, you're at 0 hit points right now. You're unconscious, and on your strength, it is -3 at this point. We're back to the top of the order with Frappuccino. It's your turn.
Oh, since it apparently can be her, we'll go ahead with the short sword again.
Oh, nice. That is a crit. As you swing your sword, again, it is ethereal-ish. It passes through, but as that short sword makes its mark, you see this thing gasp and cry out into the air, and it rumbles a little bit in the air. You feel this entire room, the lights, bulbs shatter in the room, and this figure dissipates in the air with a scream and a shrill that you think the entire casino could hear.
Damn.
Send my love to Papa.
And it dissipates in the room. So yeah, Brian, you're unconscious at this point in time. You notice a tiefling kind of wander over to the table here and casually sit down and get a drink. Man, on this table you see a little loaf of bread, and there's also wine on here as well.
Sorry, I just heard he was unconscious and a loaf of bread.
Yeah, you casually sauntered over the table and flopped down in it and poured yourself a glass of wine and reached for the bread as you dispatch this shadowy figure. And Brian, I need you to make one death saving throw.
Alright. How do we do that, Joe?
You literally get on your knees in front of your camera right now, turn it on, and grovel.
What am I throwing?
Just a D20. So open up your little die roll right there and either hit D20 or you can do the type in /R 1D20. And that is not good enough. That is one failed saving throw. Also on your character sheet, if you open it up and go down right below where it says temporary hit points and hit dice, Next to it, it says death saves. You can also hit that death saves button.
Oh, okay.
But that's one failure, and like I said, it's the rest of you can do what you like. You see that Jess has hid underneath this table. Rava is standing here and drew his weapons and never got an opportunity to attack before the shadow was dispatched. And he puts his weapons away and gets Jess out. The Lord over here is still snoring loudly. Slept all the way through it.
Healing. Oh, I have healing word.
Word up.
Oh. We were looking for healing wounds also. Sorry, I'm just learning the way it works.
Oh, I see, Joe. Ready?
Okay, so I'm going to use my cure wounds.
Okay. Okay. You're plugged in?
Yeah, it wasn't charged.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see, Joe.
Yeah, to make it easy, if she goes on her character sheet and looks, whoops, I just shrunk my screen. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, right there under her produce flame scimitar, she can just click on her cure wounds or healing word. I'm not sure which one's spell and which one's cantrips. Okay, so her produce flame and druid craft are cantrips, so she can do those at will. She can either do healing word or her cure. Either or.
I think she clicked on Cure Wounds, man.
Ooh, I got some kind of gurgly gobble error.
That's Russian. I think the Russians did it.
Joe, are you healing him?
Ah, I see. No, I was trying to see what is wrong with the buttons. I see. So there's a problem with the script from when you click on the spell. So just keep it on the core page and click from down in her scimitar, produce flame, cure wounds. Click it in that area, and it should be easier. My poker face.
Cast at level 1.
Yes.
Right?
Wow, that was a violent roll.
That's my girl.
Alright, so you got 6 hit points back, Brian. But unfortunately, your strength still seems to be -3 at this point. You just feel weak.
How do we change that, Joe?
You're not sure.
I'll pour some of this wine down his throat.
So, Joe,
Yeah.
what happened with my strength? That the spell was against my strength. Is that what it was?
Yes. It's basically a strength drain. That's a action of this shadowy figure that arose from the butler. And what happens? Well, I mean, the damage that you just did with the claw itself passing through your form was enough to knock you unconscious. And I mean, you can take a short or long rest right now. Short rest consists of an hour. It's a minimum of an hour, and it could go up to 4 hours, but minimum is an hour. And then during that time, you could take a short rest in this room and recover from what the hell just happened, because something arose from this butler, and you're not really sure what the hell is going on.
Well, my guy's still unconscious, though, right?
No, he's awake. He is conscious and good to go from that healing word. Or cure wounds 6, so you got 6 hit points back out of your total of 8. So you got 6 out of your 8 hit points.
All right. Okay. I think we need to go to the manor. I'm pissed.
Be careful about getting pissed. You're not strong enough to pull your pants down.
There's that. Well, what I'm going to do is, can I get up and walk?
Yeah, you're conscious. You're just weak. You know, you just
Okay.
you're feeling a little drained, really, right now.
All right, I'm going to come over here and step over that rich guy and get into the bed.
With your blankie.
With the blankie, and I'm going to use him to actually step on him and get into the bed.
Okay. As you do that, Rabba approaches, kind of sits over here and is mainly just talking to you three as you're sitting there shivering in your bed. You feel like you have a flu. You know, you're drained. You're physically drained. Imu brought you back, and you're basically just laying in a bed recovering. You know, sniffles.
Yeah.
Rabba explains that he has no idea what just happened. He is, you notice, Imu, that he is a little, he seems a little more suspicious of you at this point in time, because he has no proof at this point. He explains that it's really, really a bad coincidence, and it looks really bad at you that, number one, the Lord of Silverlight died when you showed up, and number two, you travel here with a butler and he dies. It is very, very suspicious. I suggest that we all get a good night's rest, wake in the morning, and leave here at first light to go to the manor to try and find this proof. Hopefully my Lord will be feeling a little better by then, and we can move on.
Right.
All right then.
Then.
I'm going to thank the girls, especially Nimi, for saving me.
All I can say is some men shouldn't let political aspirations get ahead of them.
All right, Rava escorts you two ladies, and you each have your own room for the night. You can sleep, bathe. And he goes, if you anything you need down in the main floor, you can do. Frappuccino, you can go to the basement level, which is where they have gambling if you wish to gamble. The second and third floors are mainly for staying, rooms, sleeping, and such. The priest arrives coincidentally shortly after this with a couple of mortuary type people, and they promptly remove this corpse out of the room so that you can. The Lord is not moving anywhere. He is passed out and zonked for the rest of the night on the floor. So Ryan, you could stay in this bed if you like. After your short rest, you regain your hit points back, and the effect seems to have dissipated. But you're still weak, and you feel like you could probably sleep for about 3 days, but you definitely need a long rest at this point. So discuss amongst yourselves what you think the plan should be, and then we'll pick up.
Well, I say we go in there tomorrow morning, which is tonight, right? We're still playing or what?
Yeah, we're still playing. So wait for first light-ish and then head to the manor and start a murder mystery investigation?
Well, because they might chase you down, and I'm pressing the button on accident here.
I was asking, I wouldn't just try to run away.
Yeah, she's got to clear her name, so. Yeah, Frappuccino, we're going to just do it in the morning.
Well, worst case scenario, we can put her in restraints and pretend we're taking her in for the bounty.
I like the restraints idea.
Color me shocked.
I really don't think that's necessary. I'll just go with you.
Okay, I'm going to take a quick pee, and I'm going to get a beer.
Yeah, we need